Welcome back to the Adventures of the Undead with me, Barden. Last time we hired our first thrall, and as you can see, we've named her Lovebite. The reason for that is because she fell head over heels for a vampire, but after she was converted to his thrall, she then realized that there was no love in the relationship. Now she's hell bent on getting some revenge on anybody and everybody in her path. So let's customize her look. First up with the head. So we've got an option to either have the flowers in the hair, or I believe the other one is a ponytail. Yes. So for our first draw, we're going to go with the flowers in the hair, and we're going to change her hair color to gray. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, and then let's customize her body. So checking down through these, I believe they're all a variation of either gray, black, or red in some kind of mixture. So let's find the one that maybe suits this lady best. So maybe a red top. Let's see what other ones we have available. A red top with kind of less frilly. Okay, let's go with that one for the top. Then on the arms, so she can have a fingerless glove in different colors. Let's see what other models are available. More of a kind of a bracer look. Okay, so they're all going to be kind of gloves, just in different models. So let's go for color. And if we want to kind of tie into her bodice, so we're looking for a red and black. So let's go with that one. And then on the other side, let's pick our model, spin her around a bit first. Okay, so I like that one. Yeah, so let's go with, on that side, a different one, and then give her maybe the same kind of, get a red. Sure, we can get much red in it. Okay, there's one. Okay, that one's good. Next in the legs, so we got two styles. We're gonna go with style 1. Let's see the models. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with style 3. Yeah, for this one, it's probably the best. And then the colors, and we're gonna go with style 2 for color. Then on the belt, we just got models. It's hard to see our belt. Okay. Let's just stick with style 2. And then her skirt. So we got 3 different styles. I don't really like any of them, but we're gonna go with style 3. And then let's pick a color. So I think we're gonna keep with the red and black. I'd like it if we could actually get a black and red, where black is the more dominant color, but I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to do that. Here's red and black. That's the one we're gonna go for. We can't get the reverse. Okay, so that's the one I think that fits best, at least for the look I'm going for. Okay, excuse me. Let's go back to our warband. Now that that's done, let's go do a mission. We have 3 missions available plus the story mission. First up, we got Horrors of Mordheim, which is a hard wordstone rush with average and poor returns. Rival in the Runes, which is normal difficulty. It's a wordstone rush, poor and poor, so we're definitely not going to do that one. And then we have Rival in the Runes. It's brutal. It's a crush their will, but the returns are good and good. Both warbands deploy tightly around our wagons and prepare to face each other. So the difference between this one, apart from difficulty, and this Wordstone Rush one, is that there's a chance that we're going to be split up if we choose the Wordstone Rush. So although the brutal difficulty is a step up from other missions we've had, we're going to go with this one. Expect some guys to be put out of action and expect it to be maybe touch and go whether we actually get the win. But the main thing here is we can get to stick together, and if we do pull it off, we're going to get some good returns. So risk reward, maybe it's going to be okay. Let's keep our fingers crossed, but let's get in there.
Your scouts have discovered a rival warband in the vicinity. These warriors are clustered around their wagon, making them a very attractive target.
Again, as I've said before, a big group of heavily armed people gathered all together, prepared for action, really isn't what I'd call an attractive target. We're more of an isolate them and take them out in ones or twos kind of warband. Now let's have a look at our overview map. So our wagon is down here. So let's have a look where our enemy. Okay, so all of the wordstone is in one pile. So it means that unfortunately the enemy aren't going to split up searching for wordstone, because they're gonna all head for the one spot. So what we need to do is to get there, scope out the area, and see where we can bottleneck them and try and take them down in ones and twos, threes at the most, because brutal means that it's not going to take too many hits for them to put our guys out, even our heroes, let alone our henchmen. So today's opposition are the Brotherhood of the Iron Wolf. Okay. Now let's get our deployments done. So let me just check. So if we go down there, yeah, so that's on the level where the wordstone is going to be. So we want our zombies at the front as usual, and then our ghouls and our heroes a little bit closer to the car. So it at least gives the zombies some chance to get there when the action starts. So let's deploy. I want him in that spot just above there on the right, because that gives him the chance to get there and start putting out poison to welcome our friends. Okay, Axel then is going to go up there. I want him kind of right behind the zombies. So yeah, there's good. Wham Bram's got lots of movement, so he can go towards the back. Not too far towards the back though, so there's good. Cliff, one of our zombies, and Cave-In then we want there. No, not there. Sorry. We want them right up the front. Okay, here we go. Love Bite on our first mission, she's gonna go just there. Sip is going to go here, and now we have some fun. Okay, so let's get down these stairs. Now, can we actually go through this building, or do we have to go over it? Okay, so going through is possible. And there's all the wordstone. Now there are plenty of entry points for the enemy, which isn't great for us. But let's start getting some of this wordstone. Two big clusters to start with is very nice, as long as we actually get to keep them at the end. There's a third one there, but I think maybe he's going to be blocking it for the start. So let's try and work out where the enemy are going to come. So they're probably going to come maybe straight down between these buildings, or maybe on the right of the, or to the right of the building on the right of my mouse at the moment, and come straight down here. So they'll probably come maybe around this corner here. So that's a good place to put down some poison. So let's do that. And we've also got that cart there, which can act as a bit of a bottleneck as well. So let's do that. I'm still a bit fearful though that it's kind of an open courtyard, and we really don't want to be going one-on-one in a brutal mission, because one-on-one means guys die. Okay, so let's end our turn. Now let's get Axel down there to get us some wordstone. Okay, so we're gonna put them just here. We don't want them blocking access to that door. I think Wambram should be able to, should have enough movement to get down to that wordstone. Let's see. Okay, so there's one more bill left, yeah. So we should be. Okay, so next turn he can get us some wordstone. For now we're gonna put him in an ambush, so he's covering the door and he's also covering either side of that part, so that's a good spot. Now the problem is that the enemy are going to probably turn up next turn. The problem we have is that the enemy are probably going to show up next turn, so we're not going to have much time to get a lot of that wordstone. But let's make sure that Cliff isn't blocking access to the door. And let's get his buddy Kevin down beside him. And now Love Bite can make her way through the building. She's got a nice movement range too, so just not enough though to get through that door. So let's not block the door. So this is the kind of mission, at least for me, where at the start, when you see all that word zone, you think you're going to get it all, and it looks like it was a great decision to pick this one. But then once you've actually started the fighting and some people start going out of action, maybe you're questioning that decision.
A new round has started.
Okay, so here we go, round 2. Now, Mommy's boy is already full, so he can't get any more wordstone. But we're going to use him to take a peek down this way. Okay. So that's where the enemy are going to try and come down. So let's have a look. So we've already got 2 of them in this area, and then we've got another hero on his way up. And as you can see, their leader is here making his way through the building, so he's coming for the wordstone. So we can maybe isolate him from the rest of his group by bottlenecking people here and then taking the leader out when he comes through the building. So we're gonna give that a go, but the main thing is we don't want to let the rest of his warband come to his aid. So to help with that, we're gonna put down some poison on the stairs, just on the bottom, and we want to kind of hit the exit of that building there as well. So that looks good. Let's put that down. And then we're gonna move Mommy's boy back and out of the way. So I'm trying to put him in a place where the leader isn't likely to pick him as a target. So let's put him here and put him in an ambush stance just in case someone does decide to come and attack him. Now we don't have our guys in place yet to be able to block off that side, so how much closer their guys come in this round is going to be a big determining factor on whether our plan actually comes to fruition. Let's get Axel through the building. Axel is going to gather some more stone. Okay. He's gonna go for these ones here also. Okay. Let's try and get in a position where he can actually access all 3 at the same time. Okay, maybe here. Okay, that's good. So let's get some wordstone on board. Now where Axel is positioned, he's probably going to ambush their leader as he comes through the building. And then we're hoping that he gets a crit, because on a brutal, the enemy leader could actually put him out of action with 1 turn's worth of attacks. And with all this wordstone on him, we really don't want that to happen. But let's get his ambush on. Now, see, this is difficult. We don't want him going that far into the building if that's the one the leader is coming through. Let's check the map. Yeah, that's the building the leader is going to come through. So I don't want Axel going into the building because it means that he's going to have to try and take the leader out one-on-one, and that's not going to end well for him. So instead, we're just going to end his turn. And Wambram is going to, first of all, pick up some Wordstone. Okay, we don't want that yet. We want to be getting the shards first, or at least this shard first. Okay, here we go. And then we can take up the fragments now, and then get the other shard. Okay, now we're in a good position to be able to put them all, so we'll do just that. So if we do make it out of this mission alive, we're going to have some really good reward, and we should have no problem making our next shipment. So now I don't want Wambram to take a stance right here, because it would mean that he's blocking the Wordstone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him to maybe about here. Yeah, I'm going to put him about here and encourage their leader to come out and say hi. So get him just so that the leader is poking out of the building there, and then we're going to take a either parry or dodge. We're going to take a parry stance. Okay. Now, as you can see, the enemy are right on top of us, so we need to be smart. We need to be smart about not putting ourselves in a position where we can be shot too many times by their archers. Now, Cave-In can't really do too much from here, but he can take an ambush stance there. And I think there's two zombies are going to have to work in tandem to maybe they're probably going to be faced with a hero. So I'd like to have Lovebite in there as well to give them some backup. So let's get our ambush stance here. So if anybody comes through the building we can see there on the right, then they should get taken out as well. Okay, so their leader is on his way. He jumped down, so he must be above us. Yeah, he is. And now he's right in the middle of us. He's taking some of our Wordstone. Not liking that. And because he's jumped down, he hasn't triggered anybody's ambush. But now he has. Once he moved, he triggered the ambush. As you can see, he's doing a lot of damage, and he has a lot more swings than we do. But we have a chance, great chance now, to put their leader out of action. But first of all, I want Lovebite to get us some Wordstone. It was very brave of their leader to come face us on his own, but maybe a bit stupid as well. And if we can put him out of action before his other guys arrive, that's a real G up for us. Oh, sorry, full. So someone else is going to have to get that last piece. Now let's get right on the join so we can get as many people as possible to attack this guy. So he's passed his fear test, which means that next round he's probably going to get his full set of attacks, unless he fails all alone. But really we want to be putting him in a position where we're going to take him out swiftly in the next round. So let's take a parry stance. Not much difference between the two, but maybe that 1% is enough to save her from being hit. And now Sid was going to come join the action. And again, we're going to be careful of the engagement circles so that we can get him right on the corner. And we're going to go for a kidney strike. Okay, it's a great result for us. And now end turn. It does leave him a little bit exposed. So we still got 3 enemies we haven't seen yet, but here's one guy coming to help out his leader. So he's 1 round away from getting into the fight. And if the enemy can continue to come at us kind of one at a time, that would be really polite of them and really great for us. Now there's one of their archers who's jumped down into poison, and he started to shoot.
A new
at
round
Kevin.
has started.
Now Mommy's boy can give us some poison glow. So the archer is unlikely to move from that position where he is, but the guy above there might jump down pretty much directly where he is. So I'm going to see if we can put poison down there without hitting our wheel. So let's just move more, a bit closer to us until the point just before we're hitting the ghoul, really. So there, looks good. So the hope is he jumps down into the poison. And for now, we're not going to engage him. We're actually going to delay, because it gives us a chance for a response if another guy turns up now. So the hero there is the guy that we really don't want to be seeing this round. Okay, so he hasn't reached us, which is great. Axel now is next up, so let's have a check. So his backpack is full, so he can't take up any more redstone. Now I want to again respect the engagement circles and get him right on the corner. That should, oh, just that should give him um, or leave space for Wambram to get involved in this fight if we need him to. Okay, let's get this guy closer to death. That's great. And then we can take a dodge stance. Now, Wambram, there should be, yes, there is room for him to engage. Does mean we're blocking access to the word stone for our zombies, but at the moment it's fighting time, so we'll worry about that later. Again, the guy has passed his fear test, so that's pretty good for them. But if we can put him out of action now, it won't matter too much. Okay, so that's a great result for us. Enemy leader out of action, a big blow to their morale, and now we're gonna put Wambram maybe on this side in a dodge stance. So the hope is that the guy who's about to jump down, I'm not sure if that poison is gonna hit him, but hopefully it does hit him, and then he then engages with Wambram and we can work him down as well. Now, Mammy's boy, he's full, so he can't go around picking up wordstone. We're gonna move him just on this side, and we have a chance for one more delay, so we're gonna do that so we can respond after the archer goes. So next round, well, it's not an archer. I think he's actually got a sword. Next round, he's going to be involved in the fight as well. Now, let's see. Can Cliff get in there to loot that guy? Maybe. Okay, yeah. So let's take back the wordstone that he had. And then let's get a couple more fragments as well. So we're going to go to the far side of those fragments. Yep. So the good thing about the zombies is they've got, they start with a good carrying capacity, and if you boost their strength up, which I'm probably going to be doing soon, you're going to get an extra slot as well. The downside of that is they're not the tankiest, so your wordstone is in danger if they get put out of action. But Cliff is hurting a bit, so we're going to move him here and put him in an ambush stance. And he's kind of our emergency guy now, that if we just need to get one more swing on someone, he can be the guy to do it. Now, Cave-In got hit by the archer last time. He's going to go for some wordstone also. And now there's just one piece of wordstone left to get. So, let's see on the ground what it is. Might be under that guy. I'll check next round for the final piece. But let's get in here and ambush stance. So our zombies are kind of a backup squad now. We don't want them going out of action. And now Mammy's boy is going to take not an ambush stance, he's going to take a dodge stance. One thing I'm going to have to remember for next time is that I have a set of weeping blades for Mammy's boy, and I'm going to put them on him next time. So now let's continue setting up for the enemy. I really want her on this side because it limits the ability of the enemy to shoot her with arrows. So looking at the morale is probably looking at maybe another 3 enemies out of action to force the route test. It does look like they've got a lot of range guys, which isn't ideal for us because range guys aren't going to be rushing to engage us. They're going to stay up there and try and take us out that way. There's the final piece of wood on there. I don't believe we can actually get to it though. Now let's have a look on the map and see in terms of the enemy what we can do. So that hero seems to be stuck because he's been in that building since we saw him. He hasn't really moved. And then these archers, we're going to have to go hunt them down. So while we're doing that, we can maybe get to have a look at the search points in the rooms or in the buildings. So let's go do that. Just make sure we're going into our building. Yes, we are. Okay, so Sith is going to make his way in here. Hopefully find something to search. Okay, so there's nothing. It must be on the next level. Now let's get ourselves out. And there's no way up to the next level from here. So let's check the next house. Put ourselves in here. No access. And around here. It looks like the same layout as the other one. There's not going to be stairs. Yeah. And there's nothing to search in there either. Okay, so we may have to go up the steps where we laid the poison, which isn't something that one of our ghouls is going to do, at least not yet. And I don't think you can really get into the next house without stepping through the poison. So let's take our bleed pills back and just lay for now. So this other guy is still lost, which is great for us. And with all of them kind of, oh, here's this guy quickly jumping down. Right where their leader was. And he attacks the most vulnerable guy. Of course he does. but we're going to be able to get a number of guys involved in a fight with him. So I have a charge available here, but what I'm going to do is come around to the edge, because again, the more people we can get on a fight, the better. And he's so far down the initiative ladder that he should be out of action by the time his turn comes around. And that's a good start. Dodge fail, 42 hit. And let's take our own dodge stance. Now let's see what he does. He was nice enough to miss us there.
A new round has started.
Okay, so let's give him some more poison to worry about. Just want to make sure that I actually sent the poison on him. Oh, stop running into the action circles. Okay, so here's some more poison for you. And Marmy's boy, he's not really one of the guys that we want to be engaging on that guy when we've got two other heavy hitting heroes, well, a hero and a leader coming, so he's going to take advantage of his poison immunity and have a check. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any search points in here either, so the only way really up to get at those archers is going to be to go up the stairs. So let's get him and take a stance. So we want to dodge. Now the hero who's stuck in a building, hopefully he stays there. And it looks like he did. Okay, so backpack is full, obviously, so that one last piece is going to be for someone else to get. Now, Axel can't go into the poison over there to attack that archer, so one of Wambram or Lovebite is going to do that, which means that we should have an extra slot over here to attack this guy, and Axel is going to be the man for the job. Let's get ourselves on here and let's attack. Okay, so 25. It's not the best hit in the world, but every hit is gonna count here. Wambram now is going to tie down this archer, so let's do that. What it also does as well is it blocks the stairs for anyone else who's gonna try and come down. Chair test fail, which is great. And now let's get our attacks in. Okay, miss, not good. Not a good start. Let's see. Second. Okay, that's good. So he's at 50%. He's probably gonna take a bit more from poison by the time his turn comes around. So he's potentially another guy going to be out of action pretty quickly. Now that guy there, okay, Okay, so he seems to be derping around up there, so that's good for us. Caven has a chance to get some revenge on this guy and bring him closer to death, so he's going to do just that. And then take up parry stats. Cliff can't get involved in the fight because of the overlapping circle there, so he really can't do anything up to the next round, so let's just move on. Now Love Bite has a chance to lock this guy down with a terror test. She can't loot there because she's full. Fear test fail, which should mean the guy is locked down for the next turn. And now let's get him closer to out of action. Okay. One good hit. And now for the second one. Okay, so he's maybe, depending on who hits him, he's 1 or 2 hits away from going out of action. Let's take our dodge stance. I'm about to put a curse on us now by saying that for a brutal mission, this is going very smoothly. So watch it go downhill from here. Let's check our backpack. So he's got space for that final piece of wordstone. First, we're going to attack this guy. And there we go, out of action. We're not going to loot him yet. We're going to go. So get this last piece. It is just one weight of wordstone, but it's better to have it picked up and guaranteed for us rather than leaving it on the map and potentially not getting it as a reward. So let's go here. We got let's go here and just end our turn. I don't think we're going to be able to loot that guy because of the amount of people around him. Okay, so here's another guy. What's he gonna do? So he's upstairs, which means that we're gonna have to go get him. Unless I don't. Oh, here's someone obliging and coming to join us, so that's great. So this is the final guy that was derping around a bit. He's managed to poison himself twice already. As you can see, Miami Spy hasn't actually engaged anybody, but he's doing his poison is doing a great job. So that guy's after running away.
A new round has started.
So Wambram is going to go after him. And while he's over there, he's probably going to be close enough to their cart that he can take their idol as well. We're not going to charge this guy. We're going to give him some poison. Okay. Again, let's just keep stacking and stacking the poison. And let's see what else we can do. So I think we're just gonna move him back and keep him safe over here. Okay, so that guy is still stuck in the building. So it must be, at least for the AI, a bit of a maze over there. This hero is going to hit hard, and it is a bit of a risk engaging first with Axel, and also with the poison. I think Axel is maybe just going to get into the building and take a dodge stance here. Wambram can either go after the archer or charge this guy. And I think although it would be good to go after the other guy and get their idol, we're going to need more than one hero on this guy to effectively deal with him. So he's going to charge in. Terror test fail, which is great. The miss, not so great. Counterattack, it's only 29, but 29 is still a good chunk of Wambram's life. But let's hope we get an attack. We haven't seen a crit yet, so now would have been a good time, but I guess the crit gods aren't with us at the moment. Let's then take our parry stance. Now what's that guy gonna do? Okay, ambush stance, so he's stuck up there until we go and get him. Cliff, we want to keep safe, so he's gonna stay in the building here. Make an ambush stance. Haven is gonna do the same, but he's gonna move back so he's not blocking the door anymore. And also, that stairs there will probably give our ghouls access to the top level. Now, Lovebite is going to go say hi to their hero. Oh. Hit a trap as well, so vampire types, in my warband at least, seem to love triggering traps. So he's failed another fear test. Let's get our attack in. Now he's down below 50, or close enough to below 50% life. So I'd imagine next round he's going to be out of action, and he, as a hero, he might be enough to force them to take a route test. We still have the guy who ran away to come back. That guy can't seem to hit anything with his blunderbuss, which is great for us. Okay, so let's get, seeing as he's on this side, let's see if we can get Sip up there and give him something else to worry about. Okay, so are there any search points on this side? There is one to my left. Ah, there it is. Okay. As you can see, we just about can't make it there to do it without spending another blue pill. So we're gonna spend the blue pill. And we're gonna hope for something good. Nose, flail, crossbow, longbow, nothing good. That's what happens when you take the chance. And now he's going to make his way, hopefully, out onto the balcony. If there is an access on this side. Let's check over there. Okay, so we're gonna have to check it next time, but I don't think we can actually get out from here, but maybe from up there we can. So let's just take an ambush stance for now. This hero guy not having a good day. He's failing all of his tests. So we should get a couple of swings in him at him as he maybe tries to run away. Maybe he isn't stuck, that is. Or maybe he's got something that doesn't let him disengage.
A new round has started.
Or possibly it's just the scenery. Now, Mammy's boy, okay, takes an overwatch shot, which is not good. But he's gonna lay down some more poison. So it doesn't matter that our vampires are in there, so that's fine. And now let's see what we can do with it. So that other archer guy seems to be down the road a bit, but what I'm gonna do is get him around the corner here. Hopefully this isn't a trap. Okay, very lucky there. Was a bit of a silly move. Yeah, so there's the other guy over there. I'm just trying to find somewhere where he's not going to be shot by either of those guys, but I don't think it's going to be possible. Let's see what another globe will do for us. Okay, so maybe here he's blocked from that guy, but not blocked from that guy. Well, let's have a look at the building actually to see if there's any way out. Doesn't look like it. So let's just take an ambush stance here. Now the guy who's maybe MVP for us on the enemy team is this guy that's been stuck for the whole match. It's meant that we didn't have to face maybe two heroes at the same time. Now Axel, what can we do with Axel? Let's head down the street a bit. Okay. And look for maybe a way up. Okay, there's a way up. So that guy is on the second level, so we don't be jumping right up to the top. So the plan is basically to go get that archer as a backup for a scenario where maybe they have to route after this guy goes down and they pass the route test. But if we keep missing, there won't be any chance for route test. Okay, here we go, 18. And then let's take our parry stance. I'm gonna have to look into increasing the damage output from Warband. Cave in, we're just going to ambush. So these two guys are just gonna kind of sit in here, have a chat about, you know, family life and stuff like that until the end of the mission. Lovebite has no family life on her mind at the moment, and that's the kind of thing she likes to see. So let's loot this guy. Pretty sure she's full, but at least we can have a look and see what it is. So nothing good. And now we're gonna start making our way up the level. Okay, so there's a guy right there. Ah, so he's the guy that's been stuck this whole battle. He's not even stuck in. Um, he's not even stuck in a building. Okay, so let's get engaged on him. Let him ambush us and get an attack. Now this is risky because Love Bite isn't too far away from being put out of action in our first mission. Okay, so Sig now has can have just a look around up here. Okay, so there's lots of access if we wanted to go onto that side of the map, but we don't want to. This is probably going to be, yeah, it looks like it. It's going to be a closed-in attic, so that's no help to us. So let's just get ourselves back down the stairs and take it from there. Now, unfortunately, you can't get around that banister there without using the blue pill, so we're going to do that. And let's get him down. And then let's get him onto the other side into that building. So let's go this side and ambush. Okay, and the enemy failed there, which is great for us. So we didn't get the optional objective, we didn't even get near their cart, but we did get plenty of woodstone. And for a brutal mission, having nobody out of action, and also we didn't suffer any critical hits either, which means that there are going to be no injuries, so that's brilliant for us. That brings us to the end of this video. Subscribe to be informed when new episodes are available. If you did enjoy the video, consider leaving a like, it helps out a lot. If you'd like to chat, leave a comment below. And I hope to see all of you next time. Goodbye.